Hello, YouTube. So, my name is X Firebug or Firebug. Some people might call me as Xafire or Fio. This is my account. This is my Smite account. The reason why I wanted to show you this is because, one, let's talk about Smite 2 and the skins and all that. This is what the main video is going to be, but I wanted to give you my quick run through of my experience and all this. So anyways, let's go for my levels. So we got 227 as my level of 116 diamonds. Yes, 116 diamonds. I have 1,452 skins. So basically almost all the skins, because Hi-Rez says that they have 1,600 skins. I have 1,452. Yeah. Anyways, I have 100 words and I have 557 icons. These are my top played gods. So you got Kokolin, Achilles, Chalk, Scotty, Bologna, Sobek, Gilgamesh, and Fafnir, and so on. So yeah, I spent a lot of time in this game. I started actually on Xbox, and then I switched to PC. I was somewhat known on Xbox. I used to be Xbox trending for a bit, and then I switched to PC. And then I recently, like a couple months ago, started a YouTube, and I have no knowledge of making videos. I have no editing software, so everything's kind of like just on hand. But anyways, that's just my backstory. And yeah, I've been playing Smite 2 for back in season 2. Started as the Xbox Xbox One beta, I think it is. That's how you get this avatar. And yeah, I spent a lot of time, money, sweat, tears in the game, and then I think people want to hear what my thoughts are in Smite 2 and all that. So let me just keep scrolling down just to show people that yes, I have all these gods diamond. And no, I'm not trying to brag my account. I'm not trying to sell my account or anything like that. But these are the ones that don't have diamonds. So we got Yamoja and Aphrodite. I usually don't like playing healers. That's why they're not diamond yet. But I'm sorry for the Afro mains. I just don't like playing healers again. But all the other ones are kind of just new. Like kind of newish gods. So that's that. And then here is my Smite Guru. So Exafio, right? I know Smite Guru says I started at season 3, but it was season 2, and I think it was by the end of the season 2, so that's why they probably didn't, include it in here. But yeah, it's season 2, Xbox, and then PC, and then playtime. So I got 5,234 hours and 48 minutes into the game. It's mostly casual, but that's because I have a lot of friends, and you can't queue up a rank game with 5 people. I mean, I wish you can, but unfortunately you can't. So that's why it's mostly just casual then ranked. I used to play ranked, but then I stopped for a bit. I just played with, casual just for funs. And anyways, I got my win loss, so it's 52.37. It's alright. It's just saying that I win a little bit more than lose. These are my stats, and yeah, I'm not I'm not trying to just like brag like, oh, look how good I am. I'm not the best Smite player. I'm not trying to say that. But I wanted to give people the idea that yes, I spent a lot of time, money, and everything. So let's go back to talking about Smite 2 and the skins and all that. So I saw both sides, right? So I saw the Hi-Rez side and the community side. Community's upset because now all their skins gonna be there, and I have a lot of skins, as you can tell. almost have all of them. But here's a good example of my tier 5 Thor skin. That's the very first tier 5 I've ever had. I don't have the Thanatos skin, unfortunately. I've always wanted this skin, but I never got the chance to do it. But back then, when I really wanted the skin, I was debating myself if I should just buy an account that has the skin or not. But then I told myself, no, it's not worth the money to spend another $1,000 for just one skin. That, I'm gonna play Thanatos and get tired of playing Thanatos, or Thanatos is gonna be off meta, or he's gonna be really good in one in one season or whatever. But anyways, that's like another point that I wanted to bring up is I'm not so attached to my skins. And you're probably like, what? Like, you have all these fucking skins and yet you're not attached to them? I'm attached to some, of course, this is my very first skin. Sure, it's not anybody's favorite. Sure, people say this is one of the worst tier 5s. But it's just the story behind it is what makes it unique. So, the story behind this is when I just got out of high school and didn't have a job, didn't have anything, and then when then one day I finally got a job, and they were talking about the Odyssey. I was debating if I even should buy this skin or not, but then I said, fuck it, I did, and I fell in love with it, and it gave me a lot of joy. And some skins do that, it gave me a lot of joy. At the time, it did. But later on the years, I stopped using this tier 5. And that's what happens in some of these skins in these kind of games. I stopped kind of using it. Like, sure, I'll use it every time I play Thor, but sometimes I'll be playing this skin just because I like it more. Or I'll play probably this skin. Or another one that's one of my favorites is this one. But all the other skins, I really don't care too much, right? Yes, the skin's cool, but I barely ever use it. Or even this skin. I don't even touch it. Don't even touch the skin. This skin's alright. Maybe not my favorite, but some people like it. But yet again, I don't use it. So half of these skins that I have, right? They just sit in there collecting dust. And that's how I view it as, yes, I have a lot of skins, but I know that I'm not ever going to sell my account. There's just no way. Because I don't think anyone's willing to spend, I don't know how much my account is worth, probably $5,000 or something. Just in the skins alone. If there is a buyer, then hit me up in the comments. But honestly, dude, I don't think anyone's willing to buy Smite accounts right now, or especially now since it's Smite 2 is coming around the corner. And so when they were telling us that some skins gonna come in and some skins aren't, I'm not gonna be too upset. And then they were saying that about tier 5s. I wouldn't be too upset if I lost this skin. Weirdly enough, yes, it's limited. Weirdly enough, yes, not a lot of people have it. But am I willing to cry about it if I don't have a skin like this in Smite 2? I'm not gonna cry about it, because when I see Smite 2, I see it as a bigger opportunity, right? I see it as they're gonna make cooler tier 5s in Smite 2. They're gonna make a lot of cool things in Smite 2. And not only just the cool factor, but the game itself. The game itself is so much better. The game engine, new game engine that we were all wanting for a while. Um, just I didn't think the community wanted a sequel, but I'm not too mad about it, and I'm actually kind of happy that they made a Smite 2 because it will fix a lot of issues in Smite 1. And if you don't know, Smite 1's running on a really old engine, and I even have like a very old, like, I found this video. Well, that's not I have, but I found this really old video from Force Gaming, and yeah, I was watching a little bit, and I was like, oh my god, this is the same Smite that we're playing on. This is the same Smite, but just updated and updated and updated, and I think we're at its max. So I muted it already because he was talking, and I didn't want my voice and his voice to clash together. But this is what Smite is. This is in beta. And this is back in 11 years ago. Smite beta, dude. Can you believe that? 11 years. And this is the exact same game engine that we're playing on. That's crazy. It's crazy to think. And it's I think Hyros said that it was an Unreal Engine 3 that was modded. It wasn't even like its OG form. It was modded. So they had to mod the engine just to keep up with it. And then like you can tell like it's such an old game engine and all this other stuff. Just look at it, dude. This is the game that we've been playing. The same engine. It's mind blowing, dude. It's so mind blowing. Luckily I started at season 2 and it looked a lot nicer when Xbox and Smite did a collab or whatever. And it was one of Smite's first console games too, I think. Because it was Xbox, and then later on it was PlayStation, and then I think later on they did Nintendo. I can't remember. It was that or Epic Games. But anyways, yeah, this is what we've been playing on. It's kind of crazy to think. And this is just the beta too. This is what Smite beta looks like. Smite 2 is an alpha stage. So it goes from alpha to beta to like the full game release. This is just the alpha. This is just like it's not even fully made yet. And yet it looks this good. And here's a little trailer too. When I first saw this, I was like excited. I was excited for Smite 2. I was like, hell yeah, dude. We kind of needed an update. And the reason why we needed an update because Smite 1 is getting really old and not a new players are coming in. And I felt that. I felt like I felt that even back in season 8 or 9. I was telling my friend this and I was like, dude, I feel like Smite's slowly dying. He's like, no, man, Smite's gonna always be there. But reality, if you look at the charts, if you look at everything else, Smite was slowly dying. Sure, it still had its fan base on consoles. It's really popular on consoles, but yet again, all it takes is one bad patch and people are going to play some other game. And there's a lot more games now than there used to be. So why play an old game like Smite when you can play like so many other new games, right? And MOBAs are not really doing so well like anymore. So when I saw the Smite 2, I was actually kind of excited. And the reason why I was excited because, not only that it fixed the game, but it's just like it's gonna be a lot better like in the long run. Because when I see this, I don't think of, oh, where's my skins, blah blah blah. Because honestly, I don't really care too much about my skins. It's weird to say that, right? Because yes, of course I'm not gonna sell my account because I have all these skins and all these things, but it's also just like a nostalgia feeling, right? Because I spent so much time into this game, and I spent so much money in this game. But I've done it not because of an investment. I've done it because this is what I like. Right? I enjoy this game. Is what I'm trying to get at. Is if I didn't like it, then I wouldn't have spent 5,234 hours and 48 minutes into this game. If I always hated Smite, then I wouldn't have spent money into it. But I also realized that when I spent money, well, you know, I'm older now. Back then, I was ruthless with my money. But with that, I'm older now. I'm more wiser that yes, not Smite 1's gonna last forever. Smite 1's not gonna last forever. It's been 11 years. I don't think Smite's gonna last another 10 years. I just didn't see it. I didn't. And even when they were rumoring about Smite 2, and there's like, I think it was a couple months ago that the CEO was like talking about the Smite 2 or just having mentions, I was excited. I was actually weirdly enough excited because I had the time and joy. I have everything that I wanted in Smite 1. And then when I saw Smite 2, I just think of all the positives of moving forward. Yes, I'm gonna miss some of the skins. Yes, I'm gonna miss the Anubis skin. That's like one of my favorites. Where is it? Anubis, yeah. Tier 5. Of course I'm gonna miss the skin. Because dude, this skin had its own background. UI background. I think you can see it. Probably not. I think it's loadouts. I have... Dude, I can't even find it. Oh, HUD theme. Oh, it's default. But I think it came with the background. It's like this one? I think it's this one. But anyways, he came with the background. He came with his own music theme. And something else. I can't remember. But yeah, of course, like, I'm going to miss some of these skins. Like, there's skins that I enjoy. But again, Hyra's said to us that some of the skins going to be ported over, and I'm fine with that. The only issue that I have is that is these kind of new skins going to be ported over, because I recently bought this, and like then a week or two later, right, Hyra's is like Smite 2, and I was like, why? Dude, I just spent money on this skin and now I can barely get to use it. But yet again, I gotta think to myself, Smite 2 is not even fully out yet. It's just an alpha form. It's not even a full game yet. So of course I'm gonna have some time to play it. But to some people, they're like, well, what's the point of even buying anything right now? And I kind of agree. Like, there's no reason to if I'm just gonna go to Smite 2. And I can see the frustration too, right? Because one, Artemis was my very first diamond god or goddess into this game, and that's what, you know, that's why I play her sometimes. I just play her just for fun, not just a competitive thing. Sure, she's not an S tier god, but she's still fun to me. And when I saw this skin, I was like, hell yeah, because, you know, she kind of needed a new skin. But then now, when I bought it with the gem sale, I just felt like, what was the point? You know, I could have just waited for this skin to be in Smite 2. So I can see that kind of frustration. I can also see how some of your favorite skins are not going to be in here. So let's say, like, you know, someone really likes the skin, right? They're one of their favorites. Me personally, I don't really like the skin. It's alright. It's not the worst, but it's not my favorite. What I'm trying to get at is there's some skins that I will play. So if I'm playing Artemis, sometimes, dude, fuck it, I'll even play her remodel because it's really nice. I'll play that one. I'll play this one. I'm not playing this one a whole lot. It's just collecting dust. But I know some people like it. Uh, but again, the ones that are collecting dust, I don't have the attachment to. The ones that I kind of like was like this one. Of course, this one. I think this one's good. I think this one's good. I think this one's really good. But yeah, like the other ones I'm not really attached to. But would I be upset if this one isn't gonna be in Smite 2? No, I want to be upset. The tier 5s, sure, I'll miss them, but I can understand why they can't do it because the Anubis one has a global effect, and some of the skins have global effects. What's another example? Has it not even a tier 5? I was about to say it, but it's Eset. Eset. I don't want to get in trouble saying her real name. So Eset, right? She has this skin, and this skin also has a global effect. If you don't know what a global effect is, it's basically some skins have a way to change like the map atmosphere, I guess you can say. So Anubis, the tier 5 one, if you look up at the sky when he ults or he does his special emote, you can see the sky being engulfed in flames. And so some skins that have that have a special, part of if its skin to be into the game engine. So I can understand why some of these skins are not going to be in Smite 2. But yet again, I feel like the new ones, and I also was telling my friend this, like, why not have the community vote what skins to have and what skins to not have? Because, according to Hi-Rez, they're like, yeah, we can't do it because we have 1,600 skins. That's fine, but what if you cut that number in half? I think that would be more feasible. Or cut it in 1/3. Or have a top 10 skins or something, right? I know they said that they're going to bring some skins, but they didn't tell you like which ones. And knowing Hi-Rez, they're going to just pick like, the Thor skin that's like a soda can or like the food skins, dude. I'm so tired of the food skins. I know some people like them, but I just get tired of the goofy, wacky ones. Maybe because I'm a veteran player and I just like cooler shit, I guess you can say. So here is the can one. So when I say this would be easier for Hi-Rez, because if you just look at it, his arms are literally just trigs and the legs are trigs. Sure, it has some like kind of like shadow or lighting, but I think this is the game engine. But the skin itself, I feel like it's so easy to do, so I feel like they're just gonna do that. And I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm not the biggest fan of this skin. Sure, it's cool. Sure, it's funny. Sure, he has a special emote that he just jumps on the ground as a can and you can kick the can. Blah, blah, blah. But I'm not attached to this, right? And according to Hi-Rez, they're probably not according to Hi-Rez, but I feel like Hi-Rez will pick these easy skins and be like, here you go, guys. See, the community should be happy now, right? But reality, we just want cool stuff into the game because the game is legit advertised as a battleground of the gods. I don't feel like a god as a sword again. I feel like a god when I play this skin because this skin's cool and I like the voice.
Yes. Be careful left. Ultimate is down.
That's cool, dude. And like your whole marketing is based around that. Not just like, hey guys, you want to be a soda can, you want to be memes, you want to do funny, cool, wacky stuff. Oh, well, come just play Smite because Smite has all these wacky skins. I don't think a lot of people. I mean, I think it would be funny as an advertisement, one, but I don't think a lot of people will play it. I mean, they'll play it, but then they'll get tired of it real quick because it's like a whole different audience that you're trying to get to. So the battleground of the gods, I want cool stuff, right? And then Another thing I wanted to bring up was the gems. So some people were like, well, we want like all of our gems back, which you're gonna get all your gems back, but they wanted everything to be free in Smite 2. I don't understand that. I feel like you're asking too much there. Like, yes, you're getting all your gems back, but everything for free to Smite 2 doesn't make sense. It really doesn't, because one, you might hate high res, but you can't hate the employees. What I mean by that is some people hate McDonald's, right? Go to McDonald's, someone messes up the order, and then you're like, oh, I hate that company. But the people that work there, like the janitor or someone that didn't even cook your fucking food, they just work there. So high res right now, they're probably overworking their staff off, and people don't realize that high res is actually a small company. What I mean by that is, yes, high res is a somewhat big, but it's not as big as what people think, because there's different branches. So you got Titan Forge, you got like the one for Paladins, one for Rogue Company, all these other ones. So when Hi-Res first started, it was Hi-Res Studio. Now it's Hi-Res Studios, because there's different studios now. Titan Forge is a studio. So that's why we don't have the adventure mode anymore. That's why we don't have all these other things, because when Hi-Res was just one studio, they put all their effort, money, and time into this game. And then when they branched out to Titan Forge, they couldn't be able to do that anymore. So that's another thing that I see a lot of people were saying, were like, yeah, we just want the Smite cart back. They might come back, do that, but I don't think like adventure modes are coming back. And I'm not trying to be a downer, but I just don't see it, you know? And especially right now, because Smite 2 is just an alpha stage. It's not even a full-fledged game. It's not even. It's just an alpha, dude. And people were just like complaining and just like want everything like in a snap of their fingers. It doesn't work that way. And then, you know, the Smites, going back to the Smite gems, and the legacy gems, 50% off is fair. It's so much fair. In my opinion, I'm chill with the whole Smite 50% off, because honestly, I would pay 50% off on the new Odyssey Smite 2 than spend another $100. And looking at my account again, I have almost all of their skins. So like, I'd be set for Smite 2 for the next 10 years, and everything's gonna be half off. I'm kind of okay with that. I'm not gonna complain. I'm like, sick, dude. I'm getting all my gems that I spent all this in, and not on top of that, not just skins, I have all the emotes. Here, I'll show you. I'm not trying to brag, but I have all the emotes, I have all the voice packs, I have most of these chests. Like, I'm gonna be okay. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna sit there and just like, yeah, fuck Smite 2 because I wanted everything free. Hell no, dude. Have 50% off, so much fair. And the people that actually do put the game, like when people say they hate high-res, I think they hate the higher ups, because I don't see them hating someone that's spending the time trying to program this axe right here, or program this avatar for Bologna, or even this Janeway skin. I don't think they hate the artists. I don't think they hate everybody at high-res. So when they say I hate high-res and they're criminals and all this other stuff, I think that's over exaggerating, because of what, your skin that you can't have in Smite 2. I don't see it, dude, unless you're really attached to a certain skin. And me, as like someone that's been playing this game for years, I've like, okay, when you told me this, like when I first started playing this game, I was like, yeah, Smite 2 in the next year. And then when I first played this game, just bought this tier 5 Thor skin, yeah, maybe I'll be upset. But I've also gotten older and realized that this game's not gonna last forever. I enjoyed every single part of it. I enjoyed playing the shit out of Kakolin. I used to spend almost a whole year just playing Kakolin because I fell in love with this character. I just like really liked him, you know. And when I was younger, I was like, man, I wish I had that kind of body and all that other stuff. So like, I will work out and all that. It's really, I was such a funny person, but I'm not gonna sit here and just cry about not having my favorite skin. Uh, some of the skins mean a lot to me. Like this one was gifted to me, and it meant and someone really special gave it to me. And sometimes I'll play it, just to reminisce the good times. But yet again, I'm not gonna be upset if the skin's not gonna be in Smite 2. Some skins are gonna be in Smite 2, but I'm not gonna cry about it. And I don't think it's a good mindset to do so. Like, there's so many limitations too. Because like the game engine's not gonna win. I know some people were saying, well, what if they could just copy and paste the code and just be done with? We don't care how good it looks. It's not about the looks. It's just how it functions. Because you can copy and paste this game, like this code, and then the model will be all distorted, or it'll be all different. And you wouldn't be able to recognize it, so you had to go back to the code and fix everything to fix it. But people don't understand that, because everything wants to be the snap of the fingers, but that's not how the world works. It's just, I don't know. Like, I don't know. When I saw the whole backlash about it, I was just like, what? Like, I understand some frustrations, like the Artemis skin, but at the same time, it feels like a delusional person asking so much and gain so little from it, like as a company. Because they're like, yeah, well, it's just a cash grab, but it's a gaming company. The whole gems is how they get cash. Like, the game's free too. The game's like, you don't have to buy anything and in Smite. Like, you can just play the game for free. Like, you don't even have to spend a dime or a penny into the game. I don't know. I just think it's a little weird when it comes to stuff like that, and I just can't wrap my head around it. And no, Hyris didn't like bought me, like, pay me to say all this, because it's my own thoughts. Like, I'm a Smite veteran. Sure, I'm not the best player, and I'm not like a pro player. But as a casual player, and all those times that I spent, and all the friends that I made, and all those memories that I had together, I know that was not gonna last forever. Even if Smite, let's say Smite 2 never happened, it was just Smite again, and it was just it would just keep going as it is. I don't think it's gonna last another 10 years. I think it's gonna last another 2 to maybe 5. And I was thinking, like, even if this happens, right? Like, say Smite 2 didn't go successfully, and then they just focus on Smite 1 again, they're not bringing any new players, and it's kind of killing the game. Because all it takes is having a bunch of like people that are already playing the game, right? Let's say like I was playing the game, and then they did a stupid patch notes, because it happened before. Like, there's some patch notes that pissed me the fuck off, and then I'm just like, I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna wait for the next patch. And we can all relate to that. I believe we can all relate to that. All it takes is a bunch of us not playing the game for like a month or two, and Hyris is hurting in cells, and they had to lay off people, and they had to like try to like, do other things as a company. I know you don't see that perspective because you're just playing the game, but you also have to think of the people that are putting the effort into this game. I don't know. see the humanity in you is what I'm trying to get at. Like, even if you just hate life, you're like, well, nobody done anything to me. I mean, shit, dude, nobody done anything to me, but I made it this far in life, and I also see how Hi-Rez does things. I'm not saying I'm proud of all of Hi-Rez's stuff. There's things that they did in the past that are super shady. But I'm not gonna just like blame them for just making a Smite 2 and trying to improve things. You know, this is my thoughts. So, anyways, here's a recap. So Smite skins, chill if some of them don't make it. You know, just have the community vote is what my best option is. Just have something like a list of things, like Hi-Rez. If you listen to this for some reason, just have a list of skins that you're planning to have, or have a community vote would be really good. Let's see. Another one is talking about the Smite, gems. I'm fine with 50%. I'm chill with that. I mean, dude, I'm gonna be chill for the next 10 years and just have everything 50% off. I'm chill with that, you know? Tier 5s in Smite 2 is gonna be fucking cool. Right? They're gonna have so many cool mechanics into it. I can't wait. I actually can't wait for Smite 2. I'm actually excited. And yeah, like, I'm not complaining about it. I think it's going to be great. I think new players especially going to have a good time. If you started at season 9, I feel like you'd be more towards Smite 2. Yeah, this is my thoughts, and I see Smite 2 as a good opportunity for everybody. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next. Bye bye.